And then, of course, in the middle, you'd say hello to your cat because they just are demanding of attention. That's an essential step to any craft, I find. Hey, Stevon. How do you go about the wood details, lines, cracks, etc. challenge I'm having right now? Well, show you the process that I go through. Here's just sort of a scrap piece. It's not totally clean. There's some rips and stuff, but it'll work for demonstration purposes. I'm going to show you everything that I will sometimes use, and then you can pick and choose what you like. Because I don't think that there's ever like a definitive, this is the way type of thing. So one thing you can do, like this is just a piece of XPS foam, but it's got these really clean edges. So one thing you can do is take a blade, just an X-Acto blade, and basically try to take off the absolute minimum off the edge. Doesn't have to be even. Doesn't have to be even. In fact, it's almost good if it isn't. All that you're trying to do is take away that clean cut. Whether or not that shows it, there's just the slightest softened edge there. Do that to both sides. Just to reiterate, if I was doing a bunch of boards, would I do this? I don't know. If it's a big showcase board or something that's going to be seen on a piece, then maybe I'll put more into it. But again, I'm just going to hit all the techniques I know of. Okay, so that'll feel really different. Then use actually the same blade again. Then just going across the surface, we can sort of do the same thing, but a little bit less so. So I'm going to drag it across the top in just a few different areas, just to make it a little bit less clean and even. You can even come in at certain points and kind of put a little divot, right? Just these imperfections. It's harsh, maybe more so if it's going to be worn, weathered wood. Really, we're just trying to make an irregular surface, probably, or at least for me, most of the time it's like a hand-hewn piece of wood that I'm trying to convey. So just add some of those. Then, if you want, you can come through with some sort of texture, either a rock or aluminum foil. Just sort of run across the whole thing, doing it lightly here. And then, of course, in the middle, you'd say hello to your cat because they just are demanding of attention. That's an essential step to any craft, I find. Okay, can you give me a minute? Go. Go. Go find a place to lay down. You can't lay down here. You can't lay down here. It's not your show. Come here. Super essential. All right, so we'll just beat this up a little bit. Now, two ways of adding the lines. You can use them interchangeably. You can use them on their own. This is a wire brush. You can tell mine is a little bit used. I probably need to swap it out. These are pretty cheap. I have them on my tools page. Get them in packs of like 3 or whatever from Amazon. Just use them until they're no good and chuck them. But so I'll just drag it across. Just like anything else, wire brush is going to be, you can do multiple passes. You can go light, even just kind of a very light use will give some texture. You can also go in a lot heavier. Multiple passes, put a little bit more pressure, get some deeper grooves. just kind of depends on the look that you're going for. So here I'm letting it go in a little bit more, deepening the grooves there. You can see them. And then you can go through with a pencil, which I would do if I could find one. Improvise. Not sure what my pencil is. Or here's just a kind of a clay sculpting point, metal edge. You can just kind of drag it through and create additional texture. You can use a pencil to do this. You can really use anything. And so at that point, we've got the wire brush doing the bulk of the lines, but then you can see, you can kind of make these slightly more exaggerated lines. Some people prefer, you know, to keep it fine, to keep it to scale, but depending on where you're putting them, these sorts of lines are really going to stand out and give a different sort of look. Yeah. I'd probably do it on the edges and stuff too if I was really doing this, but those are the types of things that I do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Some version of that is done on all the wood here. Same with this piece that I've been sort of adding some of these kind of separators to. This is a funny one because I just a lot of this second floor is going together painted, so I finished the boards and then kind of realized, oh, that doesn't fit, so I cut it and added these little spacers. I'm not even sure what they're representing, but they look okay. And that way they'll help it fit where it needs to fit. Anyway, hope that makes sense and helps. You know, from here, light coating of Mod Podge and brown paint. All of these lines, all this texture is going to take dry brushing really, really well. So it's going to make everything look good. And then I'm a fan of, depending on, again, the wood situation, I'm like, if it's found boards, I like to mix up the different floorboard colors. I just think that tends to look good. Just don't feel like you have to go crazy. You can use 2 or 3 of what the techniques I just used here instead of all of them, and it would work just fine. You don't have to go all out on every single board. That would take forever. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's getting there.